what today is really about. Maybe I can just hear from maybe one or two people again. What are your expectations? When you saw this advert, when I mentioned Smart Investing Bootcamp come to you, what did you have in mind? What do you intend to achieve? What do you look forward to? Maybe one person or two people can just unmute and let's just. Hello, anybody home? Just okay, what are your expectations? What do you intend to achieve? Of course, you are wasting a few hours of your time here. So there's something that you must. I don't believe that you're just here for fun. Or maybe you want to come and just see my face. I don't believe so. There's something that must really be a question in your mind or a level that you want to attain or something that you want to add additional to yourself that like, okay, I think I need to be here. What was going through your mind? Just let me go through your thought process. Who wants to talk? Who wants to get me into their head? Who wants to share their expectations? Okay, I can see Mr. Ogundele saying, I look forward to learning more about financial freedom, their investment, and proper understanding of capital market. Oh, that's good. Yeah, you're in the right place. You're in the right place. This is the first thing to do. This is the first this is the beginning, the foundation to be laid. This is the foundation to be laid. This is the foundation to be laid. Welcome. Yeah, attaining financial freedom is key. Is key. Is key. Is key in all of this. It is very important. I believe that money is a tool, and it's a tool that just like a farmer that is going to the farm. That like you know that example that you when we're small and we don't bring pens and buy pens and pencils to school. And our teacher will tell you that you're like a farmer going to the farm without cutlass or hoe and all of that. So in this world, in this part of eternity, in this world, one of the things we need to actually live here successfully, properly, is money. Is money. And financial freedom is really a goal. It's really a goal. It's really a goal. So thank you, Mr. Gundele. Is anyone that would like to say anything about the expectations again? You can say it in the comments. You can try to unmute yourself and speak. Okay. If no one wants to talk again, then let's get to the business of today. Yeah. So please allow me share my screen. Allow me share my screen. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma.
Okay, that's good. So, just a moment. Welcome, everyone. We are just joining. Thanks for coming. Welcome. Please spread the gospel. You can drop this link on your social media platforms, your WhatsApp. Send personally to that person that I feel needs to be here. Okay. Can you still see my screen? Hello? Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Oh, okay, that's good. That's why I wanted to confirm that. So Today's objective is to equip everyone here with practical skills to grow wealth safely through government-backed and low-risk instruments. So what this just simply means, this jargon which I've said is just everybody that is there now should be able to understand where to start from when it comes to investing, the least thing to do, the least thing that you can invest your money legally and genuinely. Yeah, so then we can build a portfolio out of that, build a safety nest. Like when you are building a house now, you know that the important thing is the foundation, but that's not the only thing. But the important thing is the foundation. Is that foundation that actually somehow carries the whole house. So it's whatever you lay there that you get to in the future. So what we are doing today is just to lay the foundation. Like I said, today's goal is just to, in a way, give you that safety, like give you that knowledge of what you can call safety even before you launch into the investment proper. So to start today, I'm going to be talking about treasury bills. Okay, before I get into the various instruments now, I would like to just say the benefits of having a safe base. One, it protects your capital. Yeah, money is hard to find. Let's not lie. You don't pick money on the streets like you don't get to pick on the floor. You don't like to pluck it from leaves, like leaves. So protection of your capital is very important. So one of the things today is okay, that your capital, that money that you have, how do you protect it? How do you protect it then? We are talking about how to earn steady income. Yeah, your money should work as hard as you do. Your money should work as hard as you do. If you are doing your 9 to 5, for Lagosians now, probably are setting out before 7, or what am I saying before 7? Maybe before 5, and they're getting home around 11 p.m. and all of that. Your money should work harder. Your money should be doing 24 hours. If you are doing, that's more than, that's almost 18 hours, then your money should also be doing like 24 hours. So let your money work as hard as you can. So while you earn something on the side, then another thing is whatever you are investing in today, whatever you're discussing today, should give you some sort of liquidity. Okay, the moment you feel like, okay, I'm in a fix and I need some money to get out of here. So whatever you're investing in today should give you sort of liquidity. Should give you that chance to get out when you want to. When you want to. Then another thing is for you to have confidence to take calculated risk. Like I said, if you're asked to jump from a two-story building down, and somehow there's nothing on the ground. Maybe you feel like once I jump, I'm landing straight on the ground. Nobody will jump. That's suicidal. Nobody will jump. So the best thing is okay. It's a different scenario if like you want to jump from a two-story building and somehow there's like a pushing or a bouncing castle down. I think you'll be able to jump such heights. Like you know your mind that there's protection, like there's protection. I think we should see all those skydivers that somehow they go and be like, we'll be like some of us are Nigerians, we see it and be like, I better go with this, all the village people and all of these things. I cannot. Yes, it's only for Igbos to try ahead. So those who are trying it, of course, it may look risky, but to some extent they have some safety. They have an assurance of some safety, like okay, as they're not trying to commit suicide, just have fun. They're just trying to have fun. I mean skydivers and those kind of people now. So I mean like they're just trying to have fun. So what they just do basically is, okay, there's sort of protection that they know that if anything goes wrong, this should help me. Maybe there's a parachute somewhere or there's a rescue team somewhere, and all of that. So, but if, of course, nobody will just go to Kilimanjaro, on top of Kilimanjaro, and not want to dive down with no sort of protection. Before you get mid-air, you are gone. You are gone. So what today is just meant to do for you is to give you that confidence to take calculated risk, that safety that okay, I think I can do this. I think yeah, I'm okay and I can take bigger risk. So that's all we are going to do today. So I'm going to be talking about different instruments, and the first thing I'm going to be talking about is treasury bills. One of the reasons I'm going to be talking about treasury bills first is because treasury bills is like the first thing. Any investment you see in the world, in any country in the world at all, treasury bills, it takes its value from treasury bills. So the treasury is like that benchmark. It's like that benchmark. Anybody offering you anything lower than treasury bills is practically scamming you. Anybody offering you anything lower than treasury bills is practically scamming you. But yeah, any other investment you want to partake in will gives you some sort of premium above treasury bills. It will give you some sort of premium above treasury bills. So basically, when you think of this investment journey, the first thing to think about is treasury bills. But we cannot talk about investment without talking about this. We cannot, because it's on this that that person puts their premium. When I mean premium now, they are extra. So from treasury bills, okay, if treasury bills is giving me this 4%, then how much are you to give me? That's the question you should ask anybody that's going to invest. So the person cannot go below. Anybody going below, just take it as probably out of your good heart, you are doing charity. Maybe like, okay, maybe I mean he's my friend now. Let me just, it's no big deal. So treasury bills is the first. Is the first. And what is treasury bills? Where is the law? T-bills, what is it? It's just that short loan to the government between 91 to 365 days, 364 days. That short loan to the government that I give to the government. You are lending to the government directly. Please, you're not lending to the president of the country. You are lending to the economy of that country. You are lending to the CBN. So is that short loan you give the government, which is usually between 91 to 364 days. So that's between 3 months. That means we have 3 months, we have 6 months, we have a year, depending on the duration. You call it tenure, but let me just break it down, the duration at which you want to actually lend. So that is what treasury bill is basically about. So and one thing about treasury bills is that treasury bills are usually sold at discount. What this means is, okay, whatever you intend to get in the nearest future, you walk back, and that's all you lend out now. Let me say it like this. So if you intend to probably get 1 million in the future, that is what you decide in your mind, like, okay, in the next 1 year, I want to collect 1 million from the federal government. So whatever interest rate they give you, is that interest rate you use to calculate back how much you will drop now. So you're able to get 1 million in the future. So that is why we usually say that the interest is paid upfront. The interest is paid upfront. So okay, before I go, treasury bills are sold both in the primary and the secondary market. What does this mean? Primary and secondary. So primary just means that the first place it is, the main place it is, that it's from that place that every other market develops from. You know, when we're talking about primary colors, when we're in primary school, they tell us blue, maybe red. You remember those primary colors? Yes. It's from then. It's when you now mix blue with red, you get maybe purple, blue with yellow, you get hair, you get. So it's from primary market that all of this originates from. All of this originates from. So they sold both in the primary market and the secondary market. So how does the primary market work? The primary market works based on bidding. Bidding is always an auction. It's always an auction. So when you're talking about treasury bills, you're talking about auctioning, the auction bills at the primary stage, the auction bills. So what you just, and to participate in that, you have to have a minimum of 50 million 1,000 naira. 50 million and 1,000 naira. That is the minimum which you can participate in. So what this means is that if you have your 50 million 1,000 naira now, you are categorized as a high net worth individual. Then we have companies too that have this amount. They come out with the amount. We have pension funds that come out with the same amount, minimum of this amount. We have institutional investors that come out with the same amount. So what they just do is everybody come out. They bid. Sorry. Okay, so if it is not part of what we are saying, please kindly unmute. Please kindly unmute. Kindly unmute yourself. Sorry, kindly mute yourself instead. So what I was trying to say is that bidding usually is just everybody coming about with their money. Okay, myself, every other person, investors all over the country, they come out. Okay, they bid. So what they just do is they drop the interest rate that I need to pay. So like I said earlier, now if I'm bidding for treasury bills in the primary market, what it does looks like is that I'll take my bidding form, and that is a public info. Yeah, you can get that from CBN. Yeah. So what you just do is, okay, you will take that form, fill in that minimum amount or more. If you are doing 1 billion, you are doing 100 million, whatever you fill it, then you tell them the interest rate which you are ready to work with. So what this just simply means is that like I said now, if you want 100 million in the nearest future, like in the next 1 year from federal government, okay, this is my plan. I want federal government to pay me 100 million. So how much do I drop now? So that is what that interest rate does. So you not be like, okay, out of that interest rate, how much down to discount that I'll drop now. So if you want 100 million now, you're dropping 100 million now, and you're working on 15%. What that means is that you're going to be dropping 850,000, 85 million now. Sorry, you're going to be dropping 85 million now, and with the hope that in the next 1 year you're going to get 100 million. So that is what everybody just brings out. So everybody bring out their interest rate that they are willing, that this kind of they are willing to actually um invest in treasury bills. So, and most of the time, the government will tell you beforehand that we are ready to raise maybe 100 billion, or ready to raise so amount. They'll tell them in advance so they know what they are bidding for. Like they know, okay, this is what the government is trying to say. Like this is the amount the government is trying to raise during this period. And this happens every 2 weeks. That happens fortnightly, 2 times in a month. This bidding happens. So the government can wake up today and be like, okay, we are trying to raise 100 billion by, and it happens the days it falls to is Wednesday. So every fortnight Wednesday. So if it happens this Wednesday, till another 2 weeks Wednesday, it's always Wednesdays. So if the government wakes up next Wednesday and be like, okay, oh, I want to raise 100 billion in treasury bills, what they just is that they tell everybody to send in their bids. So people send in, you can choose to send in yours at maybe 15%, 30 billion. Like this table is saying right now, maybe the first person brings, okay, I'm ready to um get 30 million in the 30 billion in the nearest future, maybe in the next 1 year, but I'm going to be dropping, I want it at 15%. And that person can be like, I'm dropping 40 billion, I want 40 billion in the next 1 year, and I'm going to be dropping maybe at 16% and all of that. So everybody just say what they want. You're allowed to actually say what you want. So so from them, what the federal government just does is, after all of this, please, the background noise, please kindly unmute and kindly mute yourself. If you are with us, please mute. If you are with us, please be here and kindly, kindly mute yourself. Sorry, a minute. Please kindly mute yourself. I'm trying to see if I can mute my hand here. Sorry, it was only my dad. Daddy, welcome. Thanks for joining. So, as I was saying, so everybody leaves down their bids, and then from there, the federal government picks what they want. So, sorry, a minute. Okay, sorry, I took a bit of time. So what this means is that, okay, if federal government is trying to raise 100 billion now, what they'll just do is they'll take of course, anybody that wants to borrow money, you take the least rate. That's the common sense. That's the right thing to do. It's the reasonable thing to do. So what they just do is that they go for the least rate to the highest rate. So what they just do is, okay, they'll take the first thing. In this case now, in this table that is on our screen right now. Please, can you see my screen? Like in this instance of this table that is on my screen right now, they will take the first 30 billion.
No, we can't see your screen.
You can't see my screen. Oh, sorry. A minute. Please, if there's still someone that needs to be here, please kindly share the link. Please, kindly share the link. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay,
We
okay.
can see
So
your
what is,
screen.
like I was just saying about treasury bills now. So they just go for the list rate. They arrange it according in ascending order. So they take, like in this table now, they take the first 30 billion, the second 40 billion, that's 70 billion. Like remember, we are trying to raise 100 million now, 100 billion now. So they take the next 20 billion. They will have a balance of 10 billion. So the balance of 10 billion will be taken from that person that is bidding at 18%. That 20 billion that is bidding at 18%. So you just take 10 out of that, and the remaining 10 will be left untouched. So that's what they just do. So, and good about this option is that no matter the rate which you dropped, even the list rate, is this, there's something called stop rate. The stop rate is that rate at which the federal government is stop you. Like that 18% now, know that okay, you have taken the first 30, the second 40, the second 20. So second to the last 20 now. They just take 10 out of it, then they will stop at that. Then that last rate, which is the 18%, is what every other person will get. So even though you have builded lower, you still get it at 18%. So that's how treasury bills works in the primary market. So what you just do is calculate how much you're ready to drop now. You're ready to get in the future, then use to calculate, work back what you're dropping now. That's what it just is. And to participate in the primary market, you have to have a minimum of 50 million, 1,000 naira. That is the minimum. That is the minimum. So, but for the secondary market now, that has made it easier with different brokers. We have different brokers around now. We have these fintechs. In fact, fintechs they are one of the best things that happen to Nigeria, from payment processing to investment and all of that. In fact, in this decade, fintech is the best thing that could have happened to Nigeria. So what they just do is that they offer you, since you don't have that 50 million, someone like me and you may not have that 50 million to invest in treasury bills. What they just do is that they bring it closer. We have fintechs that allow you um invest as little as 10,000 naira, in treasury bills. So there's a piece for everybody when it comes to these brokers and fintech. So that is when secondary market comes in. So when a lot of these people have gone to primary market and bring in the huge cash, and then come back to us with the retail investors, and we can invest as little as we want. Maybe from 10,000 naira, you can invest 50,000 naira, you can invest 1 million naira, depending on whatever you feel that you want. So that is just basically the way primary and secondary market works. So if you have questions, please maybe you can just drop them personally to me in the chat box. Yeah, so I won't miss it. You can just drop it personally to me in the chat box. So let's talk about the pros. Please kindly unmute. Sorry, kindly mute. If you are with us, please kindly mute. Okay, thank you. So I'm going to be talking about the pros and the cons now. So what are the pros? What are the advantages of investing in treasury bills? It's government backed. That is one thing. And because of the government backed, there is no risk of default. You can be sure that whether this parent government goes or APC or PDP or one government nothing, there is war, there is stability or anything that is happening in the economy, you can be sure that your money will be paid. You can be sure that the federal government, one thing that can happen is that they will tell CBN to reprint money for you. That is the worst thing that can happen. So don't worry, your money is secure. You have that assurance that you have that confidence that the federal government in any way cannot default on their loans. They always pay you, no matter how much debt that you feel like every day that Nigeria owes. We are rest assured that they are going to be paid. So it's government backed, and that brings it to zero default. Zero default. Then you have predictable returns. Yeah, if I'm dropping, let's say I'm dropping at 15%, like I said earlier now. If I'm investing 1 million naira at 15%, if I'm dropping 850,000 naira now, I am sure that in the next 1 year, I'm getting 1 million. So it's predictable. There's no maybe on it's predictable. You can say with certainty that in the next 1 year, this is the amount I'm getting accurately. And of course, that returns is better than savings accounts. Savings account is better than savings account. If you go to the bank now, I want to save using the fixed deposit medium, the worst they can offer you now is 12%, or the most they can offer you now is 12%. But at least right now, current rate of Fed Treasury bills in the last few months has been between 16 to 18%. 16 to 18%, which is of course is better than savings account. So that's what I say most of the time, that it's not really about keeping money and investing money. It's really about, do you know how this money can work for you? So imagine now you have 10 million naira and you, because you want safety. This is my 10 million naira, is my jackpot money for next 1 year. I don't want anything to happen to it. Then now they can keep it in the bank on fixed returns basis. I feel like you're cheating yourself. You'll just offer it 12%. And that same thing you are doing, you can do it with the federal government and get as high as 18%. 6% is something. 6% is something. So it's just really about the knowledge. A lot of people just like, I had someone that we're talking about money, and she was like, she had 1 million in the bank for like 2 years now. She has rolling fixed deposit for like 2 years now. 1 million. I'm like, please, you can do the same thing with the federal government and earn more. Yeah, I understand that you don't want your 1 million naira to be reduced by 50 kobo. I understand that. But what you need to do is you need to have understanding that there are other things you can do with your money that, of course, will still give you the same assurance, the same safety, the same confidence, and at the same time, you get higher returns. So I told her that she should just go to her bank and tell them that she's stopping that fixed arrangement. Then she should tell them at that same place, so where she is, a bank, let her just get a treasury bills from few and continue with treasury bills. She was so happy I told her that. So that's one thing. It's better than your return wallet is better than savings account. You can be sure of that. Then another good thing about it is that you have tax advantage. You don't pay tax on it. You don't come January 1st now, and this tax is not going to be, it's not going to be what it is right now again. It's going to take a different shape. But with treasury bills or any other federal government backed investment, you can be sure you're not paying tax. Even that 12% that the bank is giving you for your fixed deposit. The thing is that they charge you tax withholding on interest at the end of the day. They charge you a 10% tax. But with federal government now, you are getting 18%, let's say 16 to 18% returns. And at the same time, it is tax free. You are getting your full money. The federal government is not taxing you. So that is one of the advantages of investing in treasury bills. Then the cons right now, their disadvantage may just be it's not beating inflation. Yeah, right now Nigeria's inflation is around 20% thereabout, and the returns is around 18%. So at least to some extent, you still have negative returns in the sense that it's not beating inflation. Inflation is still higher than the returns it's giving you. I know what inflation does. Your 1 million at January is no longer your 1 million as me and you are speaking. To test that, you go to a shop and want to spend your 1 million naira. The things that probably were so amount in January or last year till now, of course, they have changed in price. So that's the thing. Because even though you had fixed 1 million naira since last year in treasury bills, and you take that money and take that your returns together, and you go to probably a store, maybe like you want to buy a TV set now, you will see that the price as at that day which you bought your treasury bills till today, that price have changed. And that amount you're getting from treasury bills, it probably is not covering that amount for that TV set. Maybe you start to add a few thousands and all of that. So what I'm trying to tell you is that it may not beat inflation. It may not beat inflation. But of course, well, I'm a bit impressed with what the CBN is doing with the economy, the presidency is doing with the economy right now. At least you can say that it is inflation is reducing day after day. And I think their target is that before December it gets to like 15%. So that is we're beyond our control. But my job is to tell you that how do we benefit from all of this? Like how does your money not lose value in all of these things that is happening in Nigeria? So that's the major thing about not about investing in treasury bills. The another thing I will talk about is liquidity. Yeah. The thing is the way bonds usually work is that of course you can sell your treasury bills. Maybe you are thinking that you're going to be able to wait 1 year, but somehow within 7 months you go, no, I need to pay for my children's school fees or something and you need to liquidate. Of course, you can actually sell it to a different person on the market. But the only thing that will make it easy to buy is that if the rate you are offering is higher than the rate the federal government is offering right now, yeah, then people will likely buy that treasury bills from you because, of course, people want more money. But if that rate you have bought your own since maybe last year or whatever is lower than the rate federal government is offering, no, nobody wants to bid lower. Nobody wants to buy lower. Nobody wants to put their money in a place, tie down their money in a place where they're going to be getting little return for it. Yes, everybody wants more money. So that's maybe a factor that may hinder your selling it easily. But apart from that, there's a market for it every day. But if your interest rate is so low, you might find it difficult to get buyer. So those are just the cons of it. So let me walk us through how to buy your treasury bills. Then after this, we can now take questions. Let me walk us through how to buy your treasury bills. So,
Bank and cash.
okay. So I'm going to be using Bamboo to do this example. So what you just do is like I just sign up. You can go to your Play Store, your Apple Store. You can download Bamboo. At least this is not advert though. You can do that with different. But after this one, after this demonstration, I can share with you different brokers which you can buy your treasury bills from. So what you just do is download either you can do it on App Investor 2.0 and you can do it on Bamboo. Those are two major. Well, I won't like to. This is not an advert, but let me just, for the sake of this example, let me just continue to do what I'm doing. So you can just download your Bamboo. Then when you get see the interface, you get different options, and you can just choose the treasury bills option. That is the one I ticked that I marked. I think that should be pink. So you can just pick that option. Then from there, it takes you here. It tells you the benefits of investing here, the competitive rate, the safety, the security that I get along with it. Then see the bills. So this is where you see the bills available. This first one should be for 3 months. Then the second one should be for 6 months. The last one should be for 1 year. So why you see that instead of 91 days, you are seeing 73 days is because these bills have been available for some days earlier. You understand? You started counting maybe like 2 weeks ago. You understand? So if you are buying now, they will remove the returns of the past few days which you've not bought. So this is not a fresh bill right now, like it's not a fresh treasury bill, it's not a fresh release. So like I told you, they do that every fortnight Wednesdays. They do that every Wednesdays, every 2 weeks. And on that happens on Wednesday. So by Thursday settlement, from Thursday, you can actually maybe when they do their auction by Thursday next week, the next day you can try to buy your fresh 91 days. But this has lost some days because some days have gone, and to some extent now this is what is left. Out of 91 days, you just have maybe 69 days to maturity. So of course the returns you get won't be as high as if you had entered at the first day. Rather than at the first day. So this is what this means. Then you can just choose anyone you want. If you are going for 3 months, you're going for 6 months, you're going for 1 year, it's all available here. Then from there, it tells you to pay, maybe fund your wallet and all of that and all of that. So that is just, it's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Then if you feel like, I don't want to actually do this, some people still don't trust fintech yet. I know some people that will never put money in OP. So if you are one of those kind of people, you can just go to your bank. But I think your bank will give you a minimum investment of 100,000 naira. Most banks will tell you 100,000 naira. But this fintech, they made it available. You can do 10K, you can do 20K. But with banks might tell you that your minimum should be like another 1,000 naira. So that's just how to buy treasury bills is on your phone, and you can do that within 5 minutes. Like I just showed you the process. Go from here. Once this is the first thing you see when you enter the bank interface, you see your treasury, you see different investment opportunity, then you go for your treasury bills. Then from there, you see the available bills, you choose what you want, then you fund the account immediately. Then the process is seamless and it just takes 5 minutes. It's as good as when you open your bank account, your bank have to transfer money. It's that simple. So immediately you get your treasury bills. That's so. But if you feel like you need to go to the bank, any bank of your choice, walk into any commercial bank of your choice in Nigeria and buy your treasury bills. So any question for me on treasury bills? Any question for me? Are you trying to tell me that you all understood what I've said?
Okay, I need more clarity on the where to buy the treasury bill. You said
Okay.
bamboo. I didn't get the spelling correctly. Is it bamboo?
Okay, Bamboo is Bamboo. Bamboo. You can find that on there your Play Store or your Apple Store.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, well, And you can just message me maybe after this meeting, and I can put you through on how to do that. So, sorry, let me share a list of brokers, different brokers you can buy from. So right now, these are the licensed brokers you can buy. If I don't know if you can see my screen, we have Invest, I can see ARM, I can see Capital Express, I can see Chapel Hill. So you can just, there are a lot of them. They have like
Very
120.
tiny.
Ma?
It's very tiny. It's very tiny.
Very tiny. Okay, I'll share it in the chat box. I'll share it in the chat box.
Okay.
So, any question for me? If there's something that you need clarity on, something you need to understand better about treasury bills, maybe something I've not
Okay, I
mentioned.
think I have a question. I have a
Okay.
question about, I think you mentioned that if you want to buy afresh, like you're going to buy when the newly starts.
Yeah.
So like how does that, when do they normally do that? How does it?
Okay, so that's also public knowledge, like I said. CBN let us know the auction result every time it happens. You understand? So, but you can put your mind that okay, did it happen last week? I don't think so. I don't think it did. So they can put your mind that this coming Wednesday there's going to be another auction. So on Thursday there'll be fresh views available. There'll be fresh views available by Thursday. So, but the public information you can get on the CBN website. It's on a social media platform. I think sometimes DMO to Debt Management Office also shares it and all of that. So it's a public information. Let me show you what an auction result looks like. Let me show you what an auction result looks like. Okay. So in case you see it somewhere, you can be like, okay, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see. I can see.
Yeah. This is what an auction result looks like. I can also drop them in the chat box, like I said. So you can just feed your eyes, see what I can drop them later. So you can just see what it looks like. So this is what it looks like. And then this was after the last time. That was on 17th September. So that should be like 2 weeks ago, thereabouts. Also. So this happens, like I said, from time to time. So is there any other question for me before we move forward? Any question for me?
Yeah, probably should
Okay,
drop
the
it
next.
on box. Hello, mom. Hello, mom.
Okay.
Like we
Yeah,
need a
just
platform
drop
to
it.
get update.
Yeah, there's a private platform I have for that. Yes. Yeah, there's a private. I'm going to be dropping the link before this class ends. There's a private, not private, it's public stuff on Telegram, and it's free. There's this group that we have where we just talk about money, and all of these updates come from time to time. On shares, on treasury bills, anything investment, anything money that is happening within the country, yeah, is discussed there. Maybe in a new stock, share prices, like the last time we discussed Sterling Bank's IPO and all of that. So I'm going to be dropping the link too. So also with the photos. But please let me just go ahead. I can just because I don't want us, like I said, I don't want us to take too much time. And please, like I said earlier, if you've not shared this link, please share, let others to come and benefit. Let them know these are the information we see on TV every day that we're not interested in. So let them know what they are in for. Let them know how they can also grow their money beyond working hard, beyond getting money. My job is to teach you how to multiply it. Beyond, yeah, you go also bring your money, and I'll teach you how to make your money also work for you. So if you feel there's somebody that needs to hear this, please also share. You can leave it on your WhatsApp status. You can personally send to people that I feel like they should be in this class. So thank you. So I'm going to be talking next about money market funds. Money market fund. Money market fund. So money
So,
market.
hello, sorry.
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, I just joined. So I heard
Yeah.
you saying something about investing with fintech apps like
Yes, sir.
OPay, MoneyPoint, and all. How
Yeah.
safe is those apps
Yeah. Yeah. Good
compared
question.
to commercial banks?
Good question, sir. Okay, so one thing about these fintechs is that most of the time they are just third-party apps. You understand? What they just do is that they bring it closer to retail investors like you and I. So they are probably linked with one of these licensed, in fact, not probably, they are certainly linked, because before they can even get that license, before SEC can actually approve them to do such, they must have been linked with a licensed stockbroker, a licensed broker, federal government broker that sells all of these things. So they are just like that shop in your neighborhood that you quickly go and buy your soap, your omo, your rice, your biscuits for your kids. You know that shop is not the one producing it. That malam near your house, that Afusa that sells those things. She's not the one producing the soap or producing that biscuit or that Milo you bought. She's just a third party that went to the market and brought it closer to you. So that's what they just do. So they are doing it this one now on a platform of technology, and that's on the platform of technology. What they just do is that okay, they'll bring from licensed brokers. Probably, like I said, some of these brokers, their minimums are always huge. Some can tell you like it's now that banks are allowing less than 1 million because of the competition. Before now, I remember the days of my dad. My dad would tell me that they used to buy it. If you don't have 1 million, you cannot buy treasury bills. So because the competition is high now, if your problem is high, only allowing to invest as low as 10,000, then a bank will be telling you that 1 million. Of course, nobody will go to the bank. So what they just do is that they make it simpler for you and I. They don't want you to be like it's the leagues of the other dollars that are just doing this. Me and you can also have access to this and build from there. You understand? So that is why they're here. And another thing to check is once you download an app, please go to their about us. Read through everything you need to know there. They'll tell you the brokers who they are connected to. And if you feel that you want to take a step ahead to confirm, you can tell it, okay, message those brokers personally. But most of these platforms are verified already. If you understand, like Bamboo, like Amvest, you can be sure about them. But if a new platform is coming, that's the best way to just do. If they are forming affiliate with anybody, you can just have such people that are forming affiliate with. That please, are you in any way connected to these people that are somehow claiming to be your agents? So most of the time, these third parties, these apps are just third parties and they're just agents. Apart from like Afinvest to quickly use that technology to make it available to regular Nigerians. Usually, they're a stockbroker, they're a federal government agent, and all of these things. But they too now have a platform where retail investors can do this. Where retail investors can do this. Although Bamboo in his own case has an affiliate licensed broker. So you just find out about that. In case someone springs up to me and be like, bring your money, I can help you buy treasury bills. These are the things we check. Ask them about who are they affiliated with, and ask those affiliates that is it true that this person is your agent. You can just send them an email. It's easy. They will respond to you in 24 hours. And if they disclaim that we don't know them, please don't move an inch forward with your money. Please, no. Don't move an inch forward. Please, did I answer your question?
Yes, very well.
Thank you,
You've
sir.
already
So let's
answered
talk.
the second question. The second question I should have asked, you've answered it because I wanted to ask before, as an expert in this field, which one do you, advise that one goes for? Is it you said from 100,000 and above in commercial banks
Yes, sir.
and other fintech apps, you can invest as low as 100 or 10 or 15,000.
Yes.
So which one do you advise? To take
See,
pain and invest in that of a commercial bank with 100,000 or our normal regular OP money point pumping?
okay, this is just my own personal opinion now. It's not financial advice.
Exactly.
Yeah. So for
Okay.
me,
Okay.
I will use bamboo. Please don't let me go into the bank for anything. Don't let me go into the bank for anything. I was struggling. I needed to get a MasterCard and I was struggling about entering the bank. So when I called someone, the person was like, you cannot die your MasterCard even from your app now. I wanted to get one of my commercial banks a MasterCard. And we're like, you don't need to send me to the bank. They do delivery now of my for you. So anything that will take me inside the bank, please exempt me. I don't like bank stress. No, I don't like bank stress. So me personally will go through pay. I'll go through an investor. Me personally will go through pay. Then, like I said, it's easy. The day you don't want to spend 10,000 naira, you can just put. If there's something to invest on their platform, okay, I have 10,000 naira today. I have 20,000 naira today. That you can just keep that money there, and of course, it's bet something for you. So that's my own opinion, sir. So is there any other question? Okay, we're moving now to money mutual funds, money market mutual funds, money market mutual funds. So this is also a low risk investment. So let me share my screen. Yeah, please, before we go on, let me just mention who treasury bills is for. So just in case I'm wondering, is this thing for me? If you fall into this category, please, treasury bills is for you. Okay. If you're a conservative investor that as I am like this, even 50 kobo from my money must not miss, treasury bills is for you. If you're that person that have lump sum, like I don't want to use in the short term, probably you're saving towards jackpot in the next 2 years and you have that money now. You're still like, okay, let me just do one or two things. Yeah, you can put your money in treasury bills. Like if you have that lump sum, probably you want to pay your child's school fees in the last 6 months. You can use to plan. Maybe you got some money now, especially for people that are probably freelancers or self-employed that you can't really plan. You know, if you're a salary and now you can plan now, okay, August salary, I'm have some school fees. But if you're that person that you work for yourself and you be like, this client I hit it huge in May. And you need to plan towards the future. You don't really know if that's what happened in May, that huge sales you had is going to come in July again, going to come in August. You can't really say when it's going to come. And you have that money instead of you just keeping your account that okay, let me I need to sort my children's next term school fees or something. And another 3 months I'm going to a new class, I need to sort their school fees. Instead of you now saying, okay, I'm keeping that money in my regular account, please put it in your treasury bills, put it in treasury bills, put it in something else, put it in money mutual funds. Do something with us with it, but please don't keep it in your bank account. Don't keep it in your bank account. So then if you are risk averse, like I said, you're trying to build confidence. When it comes to this investing, you cannot stay here. We are going to actually unpack many things tomorrow. But like I said, this is just the foundation. So if you're that person that is just starting out, I need to gain confidence. I believe in the law of first time. The first time you try it, try it in. If you are successful at it, there's a high probability that you want to do it again. So if your first introduction to investment is like shares, and all of a sudden the shares crash or the stock crash or the financial market is not doing well, I'm telling you, you may not get there. You may not go back there again. I remember maybe I was too young to understand then, but I think I understand now when they told us then that the market was crashing maybe in early 2007, 2008 that our parents invested. And some of them, in fact, I was one trying to force my dad, like, you have to get some of your DVD. I was seeing his name on some unpaid DVD and I was just saying of his experience in the past and all those things. So I'm just trying to say that just in case you're trying to build confidence, you're like that person that feels like, okay, I need to start from somewhere. Treasury bills can be for you, you understand? You may not be able to just enter into the stock market immediately. You need that thing that will give you result and be like, okay, this truly works. Something that will register in your psychic that this thing truly works. So you can start with treasury bills. Then if you're an aggressive investor, you're like that person that anywhere there's money, I don't mind the risk, I'm there. If you have money there, I'm there. Like I said, you still need safety. You cannot be climbing 10-story buildings. And when it's time to come down, there's something to fall to. No, you still need that safety. You need that safety. You need you need that emergency fund, you need something, okay, in case you are building wealth, you may not be able to, it will not be advisable to use your wealth, like say you're buying shares now, it won't be advisable for you to use your shares to pay children's school fees or to pay your next house rent. So what it just does for you is like, you can use treasury bills to, okay, I'm paying rent next year, you have a rent now, just put in treasury bills against that time, you understand? So if you're an aggressive investor, you still need a safe base. So of course, you still need to invest in things like treasury bills and other things I want to discuss today. Then if a business person, you have your 3 months staff salary, please don't let it sit in your bank account. I'm against money sitting in your bank account. Please put it somewhere. So that way, you know that yes, somehow you are building, your money is having value somewhere. Like the inflation rate is too high for you to be letting more money lazy in your account. No, let your money work. Let your money work. So if you're a business person and you have some liquid cash, of course, you can put in. Then if you're a retiree, probably you're not in your 50s, your 60s, I would not recommend so much risk for you. No, you just need something that is stable, something that can give you your daily bread, something that can maintain your lifestyle. So of course, retirees, treasury bills is also for them. So if you find yourself in this category, then you should be picking up a form very soon. So our time is fast spent, but let me just move quickly to money market mutual funds. Okay. So what are money market mutual funds? Okay, like I said, I don't want to use so much jargon. Already, this is my slides have jargon. Let me just simply explain as simple as possible. We know that job that we used to do. That job that we used to do one by one, that you'll be packing month one, you pack, I'm not packing in July, I'm not packing in September, that kind of a job. So it's something like this. So these professional fund managers, they just get all of our money from me, from you, and all of that. Then they use our money to invest in money market instruments and money market instruments. So instead of you do that job in your office that probably you're not getting anything in return, by the time it's not your turn, if your money has lost value, maybe you wanted to, let's say, I want to use that money to pay rent, and or maybe not maybe rent, maybe school runs. And you're thinking, okay, when is July? I'm going to collect that just so I can start my children's school runs. So and you just get, let's say your draw is like 50,000 naira now. You just get that 50,000 naira, nothing else. But when you put in money market mutual funds, what it just does for you is that you have an extra on your money. It's like your regular job with change. We change. And the way this one works is you accrue daily interest. So every day something is climbing your money. So if you're investing 500K, for instance, now this is my slide, and you're in a mutual funds that pays you 20% annually, your money grows daily. And the good thing is that, let's say today now, your money and next interest. By tomorrow, when they are calculating the interest will not be on your 500K. It will be 500K plus today's interest. That will be tomorrow's interest. Then, as you are building, everything will be accruing interest. It will be accruing interest. And of course, like I said, you can start with any mutual fund of your choice. There are a lot of them out there. And I'm going to be sharing also the link, or if I still have the time, I can share the just share you some of the things that can show you how these things work. So it's just like professional fund managers, they just get our money and invest in low risk investment. That's what they do. So and your minimum investment is 1,500 depending 5,000 depending on the mutual fund managers. They can allow you to invest for like 500 naira, as low as like 500 naira, as low as 1,000 naira, as low as 500 naira, as you wish, So, sorry. Okay. So mutual funds, like I said, is just fund managers investing in money market instruments. What are money market instruments? Money market instruments are instruments that are bought and sold in the money markets. when we're talking about money market instrument, we're talking about treasury bills, we're talking about commercial paper. So commercial paper is another thing that you are doing in the federal government with treasury bills. The reverse now is what you are doing with commercial paper when it comes to private investors and private organizations. So the Dangotes of this world, the MTS of this world can try to come out and borrow money from me and I. So that's what commercial paper is. So just that thing you're doing with the federal government, this now you're doing with corporations, standard corporations. I'm talking of the Dangotes of this world, these access banks, the MTNs, the big companies, the big shows. I know that these people, they cannot go my money. So that's what commercial paper is. So what these people just do is that they will look for investment opportunities amidst treasury bills, commercial papers, fixed deposit, and all of these things, and they just invest our money, our pool of cash. That cash that they've got from everybody, maybe 2,000 of us, maybe 10,000 of us, no matter how many people, they get all of our money, and we are portioning it in all these money market instruments. They are portioning it on this money market instrument, and from that we get daily interest rate. So one thing I'm going to just say about money mutual funds is that there's going to be a bit of volatility from now on, because just like few days ago, was that today, few days ago, last week, the federal government, that's through the CBN, told us that right now bonds are no longer allowed to be quoted at amortized cost. Please, I thought I'm avoiding jargon, but what this means is that before now or right now, what happens in Nigeria is if you are buying a bond is simply you lending somebody money. That paper is that bond. That paper is that legal thing that proves that company A or federal government is owing me money, whoever is owing money. That legal paper is just what is called bond. So that they told us now that henceforth that paper should not only carry the value of your bond as at that day which you bought that bond. It should now be done that it should show volatility of what the bond market is doing. So the way share prices to go up and down, now you know that today now share price can be 10 naira. Let's say MTN is 10 naira, tomorrow it can be 20 naira. So they want investors now to see that your bond is not stagnant. It has the probability to move. Like it can shift from point A to point B. So before now, okay, it actually does, it shifts. But most of the time, these people, what they just do is that they just show us what we bought earlier. They don't give us updates. So right now, the CBN has made it compulsory that there should be updates. We should have updates. This CEC have made it compulsory that we should have updates. So if your 100K now in bonds becomes 101 tomorrow, they should let us know. If it becomes 98 tomorrow, they should let us know. So they should let us know how it is moving, the volatility amidst your bond payments. And like I said, mutual funds will mutually buy bonds. They'll buy this commercial papers. They'll buy the treasury bills and all of that. So because of the new law now, they have to be quoting at regular intervals. So what this means is that, please, I'm trying not to confuse us. I'm trying to say it as simply as I want you to get it to my mind without so much jargon. So what this is just saying is that your 100,000 naira bond that you bought, let's say you bought treasury bills of 100,000 naira, your 100,000 naira is not changing, no. It's not as if when it becomes 102, that what your 102 makes, no. What it just means that if you want to sell at any point, maybe you don't want to wait till the 364 days that you had earlier. If you want to sell it at the secondary market, it is that new price. Maybe it's now 105 from 100. It's not a new price that you're going to sell that bond to another person. But if you hold it to maturity, that doesn't affect you. But money mutual funds now, money market mutual funds, and what they just do is because they interact with this money market instrument time and time again. Like they have easy access to it. They buy, they sell, all of these things. So because of their rapid or let me say because of their time to time participation in the market, some of these things might be changing. Some of the interest rates might be changing because as these values goes up, it has to be reflecting in the value of your investment with them. I don't know if I'm saying I'm making sense or you can hear me or I'm trying to say what is in my mind correctly. Because if you don't understand, you can just leave a comment in the comment section or the chat box so I can just go back again. So what I'm not saying is that because these people they are the major players in the money market, primary market, as things are changing, this will have to be updating. In one word, you have to be updating. So because of that, you are going to be seeing a lot of movement when it comes to mutual funds now. So today you can see your interest rate up, tomorrow you can see it down. But it's not going to be as fast as stocks, so but at least you'll be seeing it the way things is moving regularly as a result of the new law that the government is asking them to maintain. So, like I said, it's just a pool of funds from different people, and from that they invest our money. So what my own 10,000 cannot do, what my 500 cannot do, what my 500 naira cannot do, but how they collect it from like 10,000 of us, it can do something. It can do something. So the motive of mutual fund is just to collect our money and invest in a common goal. To invest in a common goal. So who should invest in mutual funds? Okay, before then, what are the pros and the cons? Okay, the pros now, it's liquid. In fact, more liquid than, in fact, in all of this, it's the most liquid. In all of these settings, the most liquid, more than treasury bills, because most of the time, you just tell you that hold for 30 days. Then after that, you can try to sell. So if you put your money in treasury bills today, you can get it back in the next 30 days, even faster than treasury bills. Treasury bills, the minimum is 3 months. Use one now in 1 month, you can get your money, you can liquidate. Then low entry. You can have, I think, maybe is it Chapel Hill now? Their entry, maybe their minimum entry is just 500 naira or something. So it's low. They break it down that the regular Nigerian, that man that is doing dry cleaning business, that woman that is selling Iru can, from their profit on a daily basis, remove 500 naira and put in their wallet, put in their money mutual funds, and start growing interest. So they've brought it very close to us, we retail investors. So they have made investment beyond the big shot of this world, the $30, the Dangotes, the Elumelus of this world. So it's now, they have not given us opportunity. Me and you, retail investors like us, we can now invest in these things easily. So because of that, there's low entry. You can come in anytime, you can go out anytime. There's low risk. What they're investing is low risk. They're investing in treasuries and the rest. So you can be assured that your money cannot go. Yeah, it cannot go, cannot disappear. There's professional management. They know what to buy and when to buy it. What you may not be able to calculate. Like I told you earlier of a friend of mine that went and kept her money in the bank for some time and she was just getting 12%. And I told her that, no, you can't get 12%. Though. You can do better. You can get 18% from the federal government. So because of their own professional knowledge, they're able to know what to buy fast and what to sell fast. They're able to okay, this is no longer good for this portfolio. They sell it fast. Okay, this is not good for the portfolio. They buy it. So they're able to use their professional knowledge to do this. Then, like I said, it gives better returns than treasury bills because it outmatches treasury bills and even savings accounts. If treasury bills is like 18%, you can be shown that they can do up to 22%. If treasury bills is like 16%, they can do up to 19%. So they do better than treasury bills, and it's the same risk that you're bearing. The same risk that you're bearing. The same risk you're bearing with treasury bills, you're also bearing with money mutual funds. So what are the cons? What are the disadvantages of investing here? It is not fixed. Or like federal government, I can be sure that okay, I'm investing 850 now. In the next 1 year, I'm getting 1 million. You cannot say that. Like I said, because of this new policy now, like federal government say it has to be moving. Because that's showing the true picture of what is happening in the market. It has to be moving. So today your returns may be 19%. Tomorrow it can be 20. Next month it can be 21. Another one can be 24. So it depends. Can move. Can be 18. So the returns is not fixed like treasury bills. Then it attracts tax. This is why you pay tax. You don't run away from tax. No, you pay tax. You pay tax of 10%. You pay withholding of 10%. So if after like a year, you have invested 500,000, let's say that you have invested at maybe at 20%, that should give you like maybe like 100K. So on the 100K, you're going to pay like 10,000 naira tax. So before they'll pay you your 90 and they'll keep your 10,000 naira tax for the government. So that is it. They may not beat inflation because of the inflation that really went away between last year and now. Most of these low risk investments, they are not beating inflation. But of course, it can also beat inflation. Right? Inflation now is like 20%, and some funds right now are doing 21%. So that's our own beat inflation. Some funds are doing like 18%. That's still a negative return of 2. But no matter what, you can be sure that at the end of the day to beat inflation. If the president is sure to what they are saying right now, that they're hoping that inflation rate will be like 15% by year end. Of course, if it's 15% and these people are doing like 19%, 18%, of course it has beat inflation. So those are just the cons. So then who is it for? If you are trying to build an emergency fund, yeah, if you don't have that safety cushion yet, this is your time, this is your wake-up call, please. It's your wake-up call. You don't have to borrow from fair money or pay every time you have an emergency. And like I said, you can drop in as little as 501k. If you go on carry wise, the list is 1k. Just drop something there. So the day you need it, and the funny thing that, like I said, you drop it is also getting returns. So the day you need it, you're able to go back to your emergency fund. You have to go and borrow money from pay at high rates. At if right now is MPR right now, but the monetary policy rate is around I think from the one they did on Monday and Tuesday was around 27%. So that's not the normal rate that the federal government and CBN is lending to banks. So if it's at 27%, before they put their own money that will now make profit from your loan, maybe they'll give you at like 32%. Imagine paying 32% on that 10,000 naira you quickly borrow from pay. When you can always when you have money, put that 1k inside this mutual fund, put 500, put 10,000, put 20,000, 50,000, depending on how you have money. So if you're trying to build an emergency fund, please, mutual fund is your best call. It's your best call, please. Then if you're a conservative investor, like I said, maybe you're just starting out and you're like, I don't want anything. I really believe in the law of the first. If whatever you do first, you don't get anything clean from it, you can get discouraged. You should take the grace of God for you to continue that thing. So if you feel like, okay, you're just starting out, you're conservative, okay, of course, you can decide to put your money, you can try the money mutual funds. Then if you have a business and you have, like I said, you have working capital, maybe your salary will start for the next 6 months. You don't let it just sit in your bank account waiting and looking at you, putting in money mutual funds. If you have maybe like goods that you need to buy in another 6 months, please put in money mutual funds. So if you're a business person and you're working capital, maybe your next year your rent is due in 6 months and you have the rent now, please don't let it lie in your commercial bank. Keep it in money mutual funds. Then if you want to cultivate the habit of savings, if you know that you find it difficult to save, that discipline is not there. Let's not lie, you have to teach ourselves. If you're that person that you know that savings thing is that money that will save you at last, like Nigerians will joke on Twitter. So please, you can use this cultivate an art of savings. Like I said, platforms allow you to put as low as 500, 1,000 naira. It's something. If you are walking on the street and 1,000 naira drop from your pocket, what will happen? Nothing now. What will happen to you? So that 1,000 naira that if you have that 10k in your account, just make it an habit. Let me drop 1k. Let me drop 2k. Let me drop 5k. Like that. So it can build in you the habit of savings. So I don't know. Are there questions for me about money mutual funds before we move forward? And there are a lot of them in Nigeria. We have the Stanbic IBTC. We have the okay. Before I won't move on, I think I can actually share. I know. I can actually share list too. So if I can't eventually drop all of this list, I'm going to be dropping the link to our Telegram group. All of these materials you find there. And if you have any other questions, I can always answer yourself. So just in case I'm able to drop all of these links I've been promising, though I'm noting them down, I'm going to drop them in the Telegram group. So I just want to show you an example of what a list of the money mutual funds that we have. We have a lot of them out there, a whole lot. So we have this I think it's 40 of them right now. So we have the Cora, we have FBN, that's First Bank, we have GTL, we have Guarantee Trust, that's GT Bank, we have Stanbic, we have a lot of them, normal private people that are not banks. There are a lot of them here. Legacy Money Fund, we have ICO, we have ARM, a lot of them. So I'm going to be dropping all of this. Please do well to follow us on Telegram so you can have all of these updates. But me personally use Stanbic. I love my Stanbic. Please, this is not advert and it's just my personal opinion. I'm not in any way advising that you should use Stanbic like I do. I personally use Stanbic, so you can choose anyone. Based on maybe you like them or you've seen your research, you've seen how much they do in returns. You can try to invest with them. So do your due diligence. Like I said, If it's not on this list, please run. If they claim to be money mutual fund and they are not on this list, run, no, run, please, run. Don't let them scam you. Don't let them take your money. So I'm going to be dropping our Telegram group. All of this I'm going to be dropping there in our Telegram group. So if you have any question for me, okay, before I won't go on from money mutual fund, let me walk us through how to buy one on Carrywise. Let me walk us through how to buy one on Carrywise. So if you want to invest through the Carrywise platform now, what you just need to do is download your Carrywise from your Play Store, from your Apple Store, depending on whatever phone you're using. All these things now, you don't have to go anywhere. No, the comfort of your home or your phone, just have data. And just have data, you cannot be depressed. So just have data. So that's all you need to start your building wealth journey. So once you download the platform, you see this interface. So once you download it and you sign up your email and all of those things, the first thing you see this interface, you see home, you see save. Then this place I marked invest is where you're going to go to. So when you click invest, you're going to see, can you see start investing? You're going to see Nigerian stocks, you're going to see Naira mutual fund. So you can choose Naira mutual fund, the one that I ticked. Then from there, you can choose this one, individual mutual funds here, the one I ticked here. Then from there, this is a video. You can choose whatever you like. You can see a lot of them that are here. Stanbic, Afrinvest, United Capital, Pura Money. Just choose Mary Stem. Can you see as it's playing on you? Can you see my screen? So you can just choose from anyone. Can you see my screen?
Yes, please.
Okay, so those are the different ones that Carrywise have. Or like I said, like I'm just going to share that. I'm going to be sharing that list. There are 40 of them in Nigeria right now. You can buy from any of them. But these are the ones Carrywise have right now. So this Carrywise is doing 18%, SFS is doing 19%, Vetiva is doing 18%, Stanbic is doing 18%, United Capital is doing 18.6%, and all of that. So I just choose from whatever you have here based on your own research and all of that. And you can try to start investing. So that's all about money mutual funds. Please, if you have any questions, something that maybe I've not touched that came to your mind, or something that I've said that you don't understand, please kindly let me know. Kindly let me know.
Okay. I have a question.
Okay, sir.
I heard of information that Leadway Insurance, and compared to
Is that?
this, Leadway Insurance,
Yeah.
okay, that they have access that, God forbid, if the person, probably the father is not alive, the child can, get the money back from the investment. Is it also applicable to this Carrywise?
Yes. All of these people ask you about your next of kin.
Okay.
For example, now I know about PiggyVest. If they don't see you in 3 months, if you don't log into your account in 3 months, they try to call you. If you don't pick your call, they call your next of kin just to make sure that you're alive. So, of course, when you're filling up these forms, they ask for your next of kin and all of these things. So, you can actually, your investment has, even as well as we're praying for long life, of course, you have to think of things like that. So, I know of PiggyVest, and I believe that others to do it. PiggyVest, for an instance, now, they do that. If they don't see you in 3 months, they call you, they reach out to you. If you don't pick, they call your next of kin, just in case that person have bad news to share or whatever. Yeah, but we will not see you. So, of course, all of these platforms have a space for next of kin and who they can reach out to just in case you are not available.
Thank you so much.
So, any other question? Okay, if there are none, I'm going to moving on to FGN service bond. FGN service bond. Maybe I'm not talking, but I should have talked about it after treasury bills, but it's my least favorite. I'm sorry. Well, I'm sorry. Well, that's just my personal opinion. It can be what you want. So FGN service bond is just It's just the senior brother of treasury bills. The senior brother of treasury bills. But this is just longer. Why I'm calling it senior brother, because it is longer. You will get to invest in it for either 2 or 3 years. The minimum is 2 years. You can do 3 years to depending. So once you invest, okay, please let me share my screen. So once you start investing once you buy an FGN savings bond, you get paid interest. You get paid interest 4 times a year, quarterly. Your interest is quarterly when it comes to FGN savings bond. So, and the least amount you can do is 5,000 naira. So this is just federal government's way of making investment available to ordinary Nigerians. So before now, most of the investment, apart from this, I don't think there's any other investment that, okay, maybe for sukuk and all of those special investments, but usually all of these are investment, they will tell you that it's 60 million, 15 million, 50 million. So, but this particular FGN savings bond, though, they've made it easy that I can always buy for like 5,000 naira. Then the shorter duration is 2 years. You must be ready to be in a long term gain. They are paid quarterly. They are paid quarterly every 4 months, every 3 months. And like I said, minimum is 55K, maximum is 50 million. Then you invest a multiple of 1K. So if you are not doing 5K, you cannot do 5,200 naira, you cannot do 5,500 naira. It has to be 5,000 or 6,000 or 7,000, multiples of 1,000. Then it's backed by federal government. They cannot default to. They will, in fact, from the day you are buying it, they will tell you that your interest will come on the 16th of April, on the 17th, 15th of September. They will give you dates, and you can be sure that day, those days, your alert is coming through your phone. It's coming through your phone. So they will not default. They will pay interest quarterly. This is always good for you if you want steady income, maybe like a passive income. Maybe you have some of money that you are not using in the next 2 years. Maybe like I gave that Jackpot example now, and you don't want to touch that money, but then I want to make something of it. Yeah, you can try to keep it in FGN savings bond and be getting your quarterly interest. Your quarterly interest, if you just be dropping, those days will not shake. Don't worry, they'll pay you. Just so you get paid 4 times a year. So you can use that money to own plan. Probably, I think school's in 3 term. Maybe for people that are parents, our children go to school in three, first, second, third time. So can use to plan towards school runs. Can use to plan maybe whatever you want to in that 3 months. You understand? So your money is safe. At the end of the 2 years, you get your capital back. And still you are earning interest quarterly. You're earning interest quarterly. So what you just need to do to buy this is you go to a broker, and if you don't have a CSCS account, which is Central Security Clearing System number, they open one for you. If you don't have one, they open one for you. So that one is like our BVN when it comes to investing in Nigeria. The way BVN is for your bank, CSCS is for your BVN for your investment, your shares, or anything you do in Nigeria, it's like your BVN. So then once you just get that number, and if you have that number before, you can just supply them with that number so they can add that to your portfolio. You can add that savings bond you're buying to your portfolio. Then subscription is first week of every month. The first 1 week of every month, the first Monday to Friday, is when savings bond is coming out. Every month. This one is no matter of like 3 months or like 2 weeks like treasury bills. No. Every month you are sure that you have your savings bonds available. So the savings bond is January, February, every month throughout the year. And you can buy and keep. And you can try to ladder it. You can try to ladder. When I mean ladder, is like you can buy 4 different types. So you can be paid 12 times a year. Do you understand? You can try to ladder that, okay. I'll buy 4 different, just buy strategically 4 different times. Then you are paid 3 different times, sorry. Since they'll pay you 4 times a year, by the time you buy 3 different savings bond, you are somehow paid every month during the year. I can help you stage this up if that's what you want. I can tell you the times to buy. So somehow January to December, you're getting money from the federal government. So after the subscription, you pick up your subscriptions, your name appear on the bond register till the end of 2 or 3 years, depending on the duration you choose. You remember the prediction with you. So who is it for? If you want passive income, extra income, like I said, I can help you make it. I can help you that stage it in a way that you can get it every month for 12 months. Every month for 12 months. And you can get it for as high as 3 years. I can help you that you can do it together that you get paid January, February, March, April, up until December, consistently for 3 years. Consistently for 3 years. Then, so if you want passive income, this is good for you. If you want to build a safe-based portfolio, like I said, nobody should go on ahead trying to jump from a two-story building without any sort of protection down. So this is also a good safe-based portfolio. If you have money you're not using now, probably you have money you want to use in another 2 years, you can invest in this. Then it gives better return than deposits, bank deposits. You are sure that whatever you are getting is higher than your 20% that your bank will offer you. It's better than that. Then, of course, your capital is preserved. The federal government will never default. Put your mind at rest. No matter the party in power, no matter who is in power, the tribe, I don't care. The war, activities are happening in the economy. Maybe let's give an example of like Ukraine now, Israel now, all of this. They're still serving all of these debts, you understand? So you can be sure that they'll pay you. So no matter what's happening in Nigeria, your capital is preserved, they'll pay you. Sorry, but is that person talking to me? Is that person talking to me? Hello? Do you have any question?
All right. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for putting us through. My question is on the FBN saving bond. Now, you said it's for minimum of 2 years and maximum of any other year we chose. So my question is it that we have to put the
Yes,
money
ma'am.
at once, or there is space to invest every month? Just like the way they were paying.
Yes.
Okay. That's what I want to ask. Thank you.
Yes, there is allowance for you to invest every month. It comes out that you can subscribe every first week of the month. Like October now, it can be short by what's next week Monday? That first 1 week of the month, you can be sure. I think that should be like 8th of October or there. No, that 8th or 6th of October. That 6th of October, yeah. So 6th of October, you can tell that another savings bond is out. Another savings bond is out. And it's going to be out from Monday to Friday. So you have the time you have like 5 days to decide on if you want to subscribe or not. So it comes out like that every month. The same thing will happen in November. The same thing will happen in December. Same thing in January. It will continue forever till Jesus comes. So you don't have anything to be worried about. If you want to ladder, you can schedule a call after this, and I can help you ladder, and you get an income every month for 12 months. Every month for some. In fact, more than 12 months. It was going to be this year, next year, the other year, 3 years time or 2 years time, depending on the one you choose to buy or the one you choose to go for. So did I answer your question, ma'am?
Yes, thank you.
Is there any other question? Any other question? Any other question? Yeah, our time is fast spent. So let me just go through Euro bonds as fast as I can. Euro bonds is simply you lending your dollars to the government. That's all. It's the same thing as Service I've been saying. The same thing as I've been saying earlier, but this time around, you are lending them dollars. And thing is that most of the time the government will tell you that they cannot borrow less than $1,000 from you. And it's always for a duration of less than like around 2 years, minimum of 2 years. You cannot do lesser. Of course, if you're buying and buying for like 2 years, you're in there for like 2 years. So it's just you borrowing or lending your dollars to the government. Sorry, I'm struggling to share my screen here. Okay. So with Eurobond, you are paid interest twice a year. And the same brokers that tells you treasury bills and the rest, they are still the same people in charge. And it is liquid. Maybe you are feeling like 2 years is too long. Of course, you can resell it in the secondary market. there's somebody that always buy that from you. Then, as usual, no tax. You're also buying them dollars, but you can be sure that anything that has to do with that government, they're not going to tax you. So they won't tax you. Then it's good for hedging against the dollar. Maybe you're that person that you're just not sure of the way Naira is going. Yeah, you're so scared and all of that. You can take this option. So, and the good thing is that you get something in returns too, and you're paid interest twice a year, every 6 months. You're paid interest twice a year. So that's just Eurobond. Is lending to federal government for a longer period, like 5 years. So you can buy through your brokers. Your minimum investment most of the time is like 1K in dollars. You can resell if you don't want to keep it again. And the good thing is that if you sell at a good time, like I said, this new law they said about mark to market, if it's high at that point, you are getting more money. You are getting more money for your if you are let's say your 1K at that point is now maybe like 1,002. Maybe market price is not like 1,002 at that point. So why you're selling, you get your 1,002. And that doesn't define the interest that you've got beforehand. Though. The ones you have gotten before, your interest is, there's nothing like maybe your interest, yeah, because I'm sure that your interest is with you, no matter how many interest you've gotten before you sell. So then you are selling at the prevailing market price. If you sell at a good time, you can be sure that you're getting more money. But if you sell at a bad time, there's a possibility that it can be lesser, you understand? But of course, there's always strategy on how to see how this thing works. Like there's a way to make sure that you still make profit out of this. So you just sell at a good time. You sell at a good time. You will sell at time where the markets are all down, all of that. So that is just all about Eurobonds. Do you have any question about Eurobonds before we move forward? I don't want this. I want us to have left here by 9. That's my target. So I'm trying to see if you can go as fast as possible. What do you have left for today? Sorry, is there any question for me?
How
Questions
do
for me?
My question is, how do I get to buy the Eurobond?
You can buy through all of the brokers. Like I said, I'm going to be sharing. Okay, let me see if I can get the link now and drop in the chat box because I still want us to play a game. I still want us to play a game because there's going to be somebody working out here with a money mutual fund account. There's somebody working out there with airtime too. So I still want us to play a game, but before then, let me just drop the link on. I'm going to be dropping all these my notes on my Telegram, the Telegram group, so you can just get them there. But before then, let me just drop the link. Is there any other question for me?
Good evening. Thank you for the lecture. I have a question.
Okay, sir.
So you talked about like 3 different government investment that we can actually go for. It's talked about
Yes,
the
sir.
treasuries, the bonds, and the euro bond. So
Yes,
let
sir.
me say, as someone that is coming up in terms of investment,
Okay,
um,
sir.
also look at the kind of the interest one, the well, how would I put it? Something like what the person will actually take back at the end of everything and likes. So which one will you recommend for such person? Is it the euro bond? Is it the treasury bill or the bond?
Okay, somebody just starting out completely.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I encourage money mutual funds. I encourage money mutual funds because I feel like money mutual funds gives you that freedom. Number one, you can build from it, like I said. You don't have to. It's not 100 you have to just drop it. 1K you have just drop it. Just fund the account. I thought of you just thought of maybe someone just gave you money. You're at your workplace and maybe that uncle just dash you 5K. Maybe you're somewhere. Maybe you're a school a student, and somehow you got something outside of your regular maintenance pocket money. You can try to just put it there. So me, I personally believe in money mutual funds help you build. I don't in all of this investment that I've discussed, it gives you the highest interest. It gives you the highest interest. And you can also liquidate at any point in time. If you feel like probably I need of money in the shortest period, of course, you can always liquidate. Just give them a 24 to 48 hours notice, and then your money is in your bank account with your interest. So for me, my most favorite is money mutual funds. It's money mutual funds. I advise that a lot of times. So any other question? Any other observation? Maybe you'd like to add something? And thank you everyone for showing up, for coming. Thank you. So can we move forward? So I want us to play a game. But this game we are playing, I'm going to be playing my questions on the screen, and you're going to be replying me directly. Like, you're not going to be dropping your answer on the group. You're going to be dropping your answer only to me. Only to me. So the way you're going to be dropping your answer in the chat box is that you're going to just adjust it that it's only me that can see your answer, not everyone. So if everyone can see your answer, that you've got that question wrong, and you have to read that question in 20 minutes and answer in 20 minutes. And this is basically everything I've said about, but just scenarios, so you just understand that, to know if people understand what I've been saying since. So the person that gets the first position goes on with a money mutual funds account. Then other runner up gets your time. So are we ready?
Sorry, what about if the person has money mutual fund account
Don't
already?
worry. We found actually you can fund is unlimited now. We found this join. You just send me your account number.
Okay, it's all right.
And if you're just starting out here, you can be sure that you're opening a fresh account for you. I'm going to guide you through opening a first account, of course, and I'm funding it for you. So any other question? Okay. So get ready, get ready, get ready. Get ready. It's show time. It's your time. I'm trying to share my screen. I'm also answering my own here. So if you miss your own, I didn't mark this screen before now. Now here, will mark everybody. And if you didn't get it wrong, or you answer, everybody, any other person can see your answer. All the best too. So your answer only me can see, should see. Sorry, I got that by mistake. So this is our first question. We have 20 seconds. We have 20 questions. Tola wants to invest 500K in the short. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Hello? Okay. Okay, pencils up. I'm going to the next one now. 20 seconds again. Okay. Going to the next question now. Speed is of importance. Okay. I'm going to the next question now. Five seconds more. Yep. Next one. Okay. Next one. Seven seconds more. Yep. Time's up. Five seconds more. Okay. Seven seconds more. Yes. The last but not the least. 3 seconds more. And we are done. Yeah.
Okay, so please, I was just dropping A, B, B, B like that. Hope that's fine.
It's all right. Well, are you telling me that I should just follow it from 1 to 10 straight down?
Yes, but there's one that I sent like double. Like I was trying to send it, the thing didn't want to, drop. So it was now double. I think that's B. You see one B that follow each other. I dropped that one double, like mistakenly. I was trying to meet up with time and
Okay. But you know there's a competition, right?
let me see if I can delete that one that I don't
Eh,
want that I actually put twice. Let me delete one of them.
okay. This person wrote chronologically. Yeah, that's good. So if I want to be able to use chronologically. Okay. I think that's all we have. So while I'm still waiting for others to drop the answers in 1 minute, please you can just click the Telegram group link that I dropped now and join.
Sorry, did you get my message? I sent you
Yeah, I
a
did.
direct message. Oh, okay.
Okay. I think it's everyone that we have. Okay. So I just drop the Telegram group link again. So from what I can see here, prayer submitted, Debbie, Boluwatife, Alowumi, I know Grace, Sheyi, Oluwaseyi, then Aderonke. So now the commission is then getting test. I can see that Priya and Alawumi they both got 7 out of 10. They got 70%. Then the next person is Sheyi and Aderonke. They both got 5 out of it. So before, yes, for Sheyi and for Alawumi and Priya, okay. Please let me check again. For Alawumi and Priya, it has to be just one win now. Maybe you should just answer the questions again. I'm going to be sharing my screen. One of you has to just get something wrong. You can't have the same score. So I'm going to give it those two people to get it. So to try and write and get, so I can have a winner. The second person will not be the first runner up. Then the next person will be okay. So he said I should ask something else. Okay. What can I ask?
Yes, yes.
What can I ask? Mm, mm, what can I ask? I like scenario based questions. So it will prove to me that to some extent you get what I'm trying to say. Like when it's now DIY, when it's now your turn to do some things yourself, you're able to I have confidence that you understand the things I'll be saying and can take some decisions on your own. So, but since I don't have one right now, let me just okay. What's the parent rate for treasury bills? I think
You
I
come
showed that
again.
on my the present rate for treasury bills 1 year. For 1 year. I think I showed that on my screen. I showed you the
It's
last
18%. You said 18 percentage.
away. Away. I don't know if you are going to disqualify them because you are talking. You are meant to be sending me a message privately. Eh? Let's do
Sorry, oh.
that right. Okay. They are both wrong. It's 17.6 from the last one I shared. Yeah, I said it's 16 to 18% because that's been the range. But from the last, I shared the result. Let me share it again. The result from the last one. The result from the last one, and it was saying, let me reshare it. The last one was 17.6% from 17th of September. So what else? What else? What else? What question can I ask again? No, there has to be a winner. I disagree. There just has to be a winner. Okay, can you see something from a point? The stop rate, current stop rate. It's not 16.7. Then the previous was 17.6. The current stop rate after the last auction was 16.78. So that didn't go. So what can I say again? What can I ask? I'm trying not to go too deep. Okay, can both of you quickly build me? Both of you take 1 million naira and build me a profitable low risk investment portfolio. So depending on whoever. Okay, so when I mean build a portfolio, now take your 1 million naira and share among the assets that I've discussed in this bootcamp so far. The assets I've discussed. Then let's assume the rate for treasury bills right now is 16%. Money mutual fund is 19%. And should I just make it down those two? And FGN savings bond is 17%. So how will you apportion your money? Or if you like, you can put your money in one. But how will you maximize that 1 million naira? How will you maximize? So that's the scenario. Just try and in your own way. So anybody that gives me the highest return wins the money mutual fund account. In your own way, please. You are private messaging me. So you have 1 million naira to invest. So the first rate is treasury bills is 16%. The second is money mutual funds. And the money mutual funds is 19%. And the last one is FGN savings bond, which is 17%. So where will you be apportioning your money, or where will you be putting your money? So I'm still waiting for Wumi's response. Is she assuming defeat? Okay. Okay, I can see her. She's answering already. Sorry, we are taking time. I've only seen her. She just said, money. Okay. Okay. It's 9 sharp. Hey, am I keeping to time like this? Yeah, I'm trying to calculate how much returns I getting. Okay. So I think we have a winner. Yeah, we have a winner. We have a winner. We have a winner. So according to, can I learn from this? According to Priye, he said or she said, um, she has 1 million. She's going to be dropping 500 in money mutual funds, and that will give her a return of like 5,000 naira. And she's going to be dropping 300,000 in treasury bills. That will be giving her 48, or giving him 48. Then another 200 in evidence savings bond to give him 68,000 if he's doing for 2 years. So if it's for Alawumi, she said she's going to be dropping FGF bonds, 350,000 FGF bonds, that's 119,000. Then in treasury bills, she's going to be dropping 300K, which is 48,000 for a year. Then in the MMF, she's going to be dropping 350,000, which is giving her 66.5 in a year. So the total of pre sum loss will be 211,000, and total for Allomic is now 233,500. So if she had to be my financial advisor, I think I'm going to go for her. She's making me more money. That's allowing me. She's making me more money. The same money, to different people. Their handling is different. So can you see now that just depends on how your knowledge is, how much you know. How much you know. So just with a demo 1 million naira, see what two people were able to do within the same period and with just the same amount. So one person was able to invest and get 211,000, another person was able to do 233,000. And if it were me again, I will now take that. If you really ask me, that money per I'm getting from treasury bills, it will not be sitting down waiting for another 1 year. I include it in my money mutual fund account. So of course, this is going to be getting more than this. I'm going to get more than this. So thanks for participating. So we have a winner. Our winner is along with me. Thanks for winning this. I don't know if that's the right language. And our second runner up is Priye. Then the next person is Sheyi and Aderonke. So Sheyi and Aderonke with Priye gets their time. I'm going to be sending. Please send me a WhatsApp message. I don't know if you have my WhatsApp number. I think I sent the link through my WhatsApp number. Please send me a WhatsApp message if I called your name. Oluwa Sheyi, Aderonke, then along with me and Priye to get your gifts. So tomorrow is going to be the same thing, same time, same place. You're going to be learning more about stocks then. You're going to be learning about stocks, what to look for when you're investing in stocks, how to build. Today was just foundation. The real stock. I've been seeing people cashing out from this dividend they've been paying in recent times. And this October is going to be hot. Imagine Elumelu getting as high as more than 1 point something billion. So we may not be getting that yet, but let's build something. So the first step to build is going to start tomorrow. Like, okay, we have our foundation now. Let's start building our walls, then to our roof. So we can start building wealth and have we have something to left for the children. So tomorrow is going to be more about stocks. I'm going to be talking about how to invest in stocks. Let me tell you the truth, there's something for everybody. If you are low risk, there's something for you tomorrow. If you are old, there's something for you tomorrow. If you don't like one sector, there's something for you tomorrow. If you like one particular sector, there's something for everybody, I can assure you. So please do well to appear again tomorrow. I'll be expecting you. Same time, same place. And please bring your friends along. Yeah. And if today was boring, I'm sure it's very interesting tomorrow. So in case I'm not the only one talking, tomorrow a lot of people are going to be talking. No, not be only me. It's going to be more lively, more interactive. So get ready to come and to see microphone tomorrow, if I can say that. So thanks for coming, everyone. I really appreciate this. Thanks for your time. And please, did that in any way meet your expectation? Okay, there's not going to be by tomorrow. There's going to be like a link I'm going to drop where I'm going to just, to some extent, tell me how this experience was for you. You want to get something that would I'll let you express yourself. How the whole experience was for you. Thank you so much for coming. Thanks for showing up. And I'll be expecting you tomorrow. Please don't miss tomorrow. Don't miss tomorrow. Tomorrow is the real deal. It's the real deal. It's the world's building skill. Go, 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 go. Bring your family and friends. So bring your spouses. Bring your children. Bring your friends, your colleagues. And I promise you to be an interesting section. Thank you all for coming. Thank you. Thank you. Please let my winners message me on my WhatsApp. Any of the numbers that you have, you can just message me with your details so you can get started on your prizes. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.